Hi Cancer, welcome. This is your guys' reading, which is going to cover the time frame of January 2021. I know I said that weird. We're moving into weird times. We're moving into a whole new reality, a whole new existence. We're moving into bigger and better times, and I think Cancer, you can sense that, you recognize that on a very, very deep level, and you are kind of equally divided energetically speaking. You guys are excited and hopeful and enthusiastic about the future, but you are also very realistic, and you know and you sense that things are unfortunately bound to get worse before they get better, right? So you're very intuitive with, I think, the overall entire collective as a whole. So your readings are usually pretty, I think they can get pretty deep at this point, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, so there's really going to be no kind of formula here. I'm just going to go with the flow. So see what happens, see what comes up, see what messages need to come forward. So let's go ahead and prepare the cards. And if you guys want to do a few, I got to do some breathing exercises. Ready? Let's do this together. Big deep breath. Ready? So as we're doing that, just imagine that you're exhaling all of the negative, toxic, yucky energies. Right? We're going to get rid of anything in our system that is no longer serving us. So let's do that again. We're going to take another deep breath. Ready? Here we go. So now we want to bring in the good. Now we want to bring in all the yummy, juicy stuff, all the things that make life worth living. We're going to just soak it all in. Ready? A big, deep, 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 deep breath. Starting to feel the lightness in the air all around. Starting to clear your memory. Your mind goes blank. All the racing thoughts just stop. And it's silence. Just complete silence so that we can remain still and listen, and we're going to listen for whatever wants to come through, right? So we're pretty centered. You're a pretty intuitive bunch. So welcome to everyone here today, all of you returning subscribers. If you're new to this channel today, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is going to be an entire read for an entire year. So really, we're going to kind of get our heads in the right place so that we can move forward and be our best possible versions of ourselves, right? The unique, truly unique, authentic beings that we are. All right, here we go. So oddly enough, these two cards popped out. So we're going to kind of say these popped out for me, so these are my messages. So I'm going to share those with you guys, because I think that's kind of cool. That's the first time that's ever happened, and I think that's really neat. I want to say that Cancer, you are a incredibly unique bunch in the sense that you have such an important role to play in the collective, in society, and I don't think you really realize how incredibly huge that is yet for you guys. It's kind of like No, I'm not going to actually say anything further until I get through the read, because I do want to see what messages come through with your cards before we get into too much detail. Are you guys making self-care a priority? Is that number one on the top of your to-do list? I would hope so, and I hope you continue to do this regularly and just get to a point where you're on autopilot and you can just make that a priority and make it a commitment, which feels pretty natural and authentic to you. Excuse me, I'm just going to get a drink of water. Okay, excusez-moi. Here we go. So this read here is going to be a Cancer collective read. So, if there's specific messages here that do not resonate with your situation, don't try to force the messages here simply to make them fit, right? We want to make sure that everyone receives the messages they're meant to, of course. Kind of go through, if dates come up, time frames come up throughout the read, I'll just, there's no set way that I'll carry out the read. It's whatever comes forward is the information that I'm going to share. All right, here we go for Cancer. Oh, sorry guys. One last shuffle is needed here with this deck. Sometimes it's like really particular when I'm preparing the cards. Kind of, it has to be done a certain way. And other times it really just, that does not matter at all. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys if you guys were kind of wondering what the process is here. All right, so I'll share mine with you guys first. It says time to play, make time to dance and play. Yeah, I've been feeling that the last couple days actually. So I think I could probably do that for myself, right? Next one I have is empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of situation. I like to think that I'm pretty, I have a lot of empathy. But yeah, those are pretty cool. So we're going to get into, I know, this is your guys' read. I'm going to stop talking about myself here. We're going to get into the oracles, which are going to give us the overall energy here for the entire reading today. Spirit, what messages did you want to have come forward? For our Cancer collective. And this will be to cover the time frame of 2021. Thank you for these messages today. You guys, these are your cards right here. Let's take a look. So the oracles, set aside the tarot for a minute. Oracles, snowflakes. And I want to read this one from the book because this is pretty much the overall energy for the entire reading here today for you guys. What I find it really interestingly enough, the messages that come through, like a lot of the time I'm finding out that the messages have, like, they're coded. They have like code meanings behind them. So if I'm giving a message to someone, it's going to come out so that they understand it. I won't understand it. And I think that's kind of cool. All right, so we have snowflakes. It says, if you've ever seen a snowflake under a microscope, you will see that they are all differently unique, and so are you, Cancer. No two are alike. That's right. That's why you have such an important place in the whole. There is absolutely no one alike in the universe like you. Yet in a collective snowflakes, to the human eye, all look the same. It's about perception and insight. I like that. That's a big message. It is time for you to accept that you are extraordinarily different. Remember, each vibration, however unique, is in its own harmony on the earth. You guys are going to be going through an extraordinary time for extraordinary souls. So your uniqueness is really going to come through in 2021. So your new motto is likely, get ready world, because here we come, right? Humor, I like that. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Pretty healthy attitude, I would say. Love it. Self-reflection. I think this is also a pretty healthy attitude to have. Loving that for you guys. And then you guys have imagination. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. Imagination. You guys are likely coming up with all kinds of solutions just by tapping into your gifts. That's a really big message. Because at this time, it's all about potential, right? Instead of seeing the problems, see the potential that this is really, truly going to bring to us as a whole. Air Guardian, shift your perspective. That's a pretty big message here in your guys' read. I would say shifting of the perspective that we are seeing out in the world right now. And yeah, I think there's going to be just overall, the uniqueness is the overall, and this is the secondary energy for the reading. Yeah, just about seeing things from a different perspective. Let's have a look at the tarot. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit, for coming out to hang out with us today. Thank you for these messages. And so you have 1, 2, 3 major arcana, 4, but 3 of them are in a row here. Right, so oh, I'm gonna just turn that music off here. That will so get annoying in a few minutes. Okay, Page of Cups is the first card here for your read, guys. It's all about optimism. It's all about a feeling of freedom. It's about having focus and having ambition. So you're really starting out with, I feel, a healthy mindset. Yeah, a healthy mindset. And next card is the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. So this one is really your destiny card. This is also, there's a 39, the number 39. That's, before I forget, a synchronistic number or some kind of spiritual meaning, symbolism for some of you, perhaps. But this is all about your destiny, you wanting to be okay with moving forward and just trusting the unknown. That's a really big message. I think a lot of you as well in the beginning of 2021 are really starting to discover, not necessarily your purpose, but you're starting to discover what it is that brings you happiness and joy, and you're understanding that those are the things right now that matter the most. So that's a really big message. If we can all take care of ourselves to the point where we all know that we deserve love and we are loved, that's where we need to be at right now. In Cancer, I feel you are going to do just fine, because you're going to kind of really keep checking up on yourself. So I like that for you guys a lot. Yeah, so that 39 combination, that could be anything. That could be somebody's age. Yeah, it really could be anything depending on your particular situation, of course. So we're going to go with 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, wow. That's a really interesting picture, I find. All right, so this 3 along with this 9 of Pentacles, the 2 of them, obviously, they came out together for a reason, right? So with the 3, it's about work, it's about your hard work, your planning, your collaboration. So you're working maybe in a team environment. This can be a community thing. Yeah, planning is the big message. You're planning in investments. You're planning in investments in yourself, because understanding that you need from time to time solitude. This is a replenishment energy. So you're obviously planning, and it's a good time to do it with the energies of the Wheel of Fortune. So you're being very self-reliant. I like that a lot for you. You're really focusing on comfort. That's a big message right now, right? Because if it's uncomfortable, you're not going to put yourself through something uncomfortable when you're trying to get to the stages of being the best possible version of yourself, because you'll start to understand that you really don't have to go there. So I like that a lot. Security as well. a sense of security in, so where investments came up, it is financial security, material security, but you're getting what you put into it. So I feel you're very ambitious, so that looks really, really good. It looks good on you, Cancer. It really, really, really does. And then you guys have Major Arcana, the Hanged Man. So even though you're doing planning stages, it all looks really, really good. You're kind of just stepping back before you take the first step moving forward into something pretty big, something new, something exciting, something you're ambitious about, something that just brings you a sense of joy and harmony and peace, right? Beautiful. Which is really great for you guys as well. The Magician card is Major Arcana. So it's a sense of alchemy here. It's a sense of you're turning all of the negative vibes, so the problems, into potential, right? You're not seeing them as problems. You're seeing them as, what can we potentially learn from this situation going forward? How can this potentially make us wiser and smarter and stronger and more resilient? That's a big, big message. More resilient. And that lines up with these 39 cards here as well. All right, so this is the muse of inspiration would be the King. Yeah, the King. So usually the Kings come up when you guys are needing to put things in order, when you guys are planning on showing off your assertive side. So it's really just giving off an air of very confident energies. So there is definite leadership qualities. Leadership is being underplayed right now, and I think you sense that a lot. So you're kind of stepping up into that type of a role. That's not for everybody, but for those of you who do, you're doing it because you feel that you have guidance to give, wisdom to give, knowledge to give. You can make an important difference. Yeah, so that's a message for some. And then you guys have 3 of Voices. 3 of Voices is going to be your 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords energies. All right, so specifically, oh, look at those eyes at the top. This is definitely you releasing. It's you deciding to move forward. You're moving on. This is the renewal energy, right? The recovery or healing from whatever it is that was holding you back from things that you really wanted to pursue. So I really, really like that you guys are releasing. That means you're recognizing that it's time, and You're moving forward, like I said, you're moving forward as the best possible version of yourself. So this is a really big shift for you guys. This is, I would say, around mid 2021. This is where those new perceptions come in. So you're really starting to see things from a very high level, if that makes sense. But overall, it's your character, a lot of your personalities are going to be very authentic, and that is, excuse me, just one sec. Very authentic, and that is what is going to be captivating, is that it's real, it's true, and it's also done with a sense of not so serious, I guess, is the message here. Yeah, so you guys have Three of Swords twice, and they came up together in the reading. Okay, so that definitely indicates that whatever it is needs to be purged from our system. There is a super, super incredible need for it right now, I guess is the best way to put that. And the eyes. There's something here in the reading about the eyes. I feel like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, like a super creepy way or anything, but I feel like you're being watched. So, like I said, it might be just somebody has their eye on you. It might be somebody sees the good qualities in you, and maybe they can help you to continue to expand the good out into the world, right? There's some form of team or collaboration here. So don't think about each and every single step. Okay, yes, plan for the future. Yes, follow that process, but also follow it as you're moving along, moment to moment, intuitively. Okay, that's really where a lot of your power is going to be, and you're going to notice this moving forward. And then you guys have Seven of Swords energies. This is a sense of clarity. So at this point, this is like the end, the last quarter of 2021. So you guys are feeling as though you have more clarity, you have more purpose. So if there was ever any doubt whatsoever, it took maybe these two Three of Swords energies, these two Three of Swords cards. So if there was ever any doubt, I think that should be enough to erase all doubt from your mind. That's a specific message for some. And then the last card in you guys' read is the Nine of Wands. So it's mid-year is when the intensity of energies is at a peak, just so you guys know that. What else do I have? Nine of Wands. So you're going to persevere. You're going to really move forward with a lot of determination. I like how you guys have mental clarity. You really feel an obligation and a sense of duty. So 2021 for you is about that sense of duty, that sense of you are truly unique, and you have come here to shine light out into the world with whatever special gift you have been given. It's a part of the entire whole, and it's such an important piece. So this is really where you're discovering things in the 2021 year. You're discovering things about yourself which are probably going to blow your mind, because you're much, much more powerful than you have either been led to believe or allowed yourself truly to believe. And I think, again, that's a change coming for you in perception. So a perception of the self. Excuse me. Yeah, so finding your uniqueness, finding how you are really being called right now to move forward in a position which just authentically feels natural to you. It feels joyous to you. It feels harmonious to you. And you're being able to share that is what really motivates and pushes you forward. So this is where you're at in the end of 2021. So that's a beautiful forecast, you guys. I hope I've done you guys right and given you a good read here. So if that has resonated with you, please remember to click on like. For those of you who are new to this channel, don't forget to click on subscribe. You're going to want to come back for these future readings, of course. I know I'm pretty amazing, pretty accurate. Don't want to toot my own horn, but it's only just because I don't have one handy. All right, so just take a few deep breaths and kind of center ourselves here. I'm going to get some inspirational messages, as we always do, to end the reads. And if you guys find this information can be helpful to others, please, please, please share and pass it along to them, because sharing is caring. Spirit, please provide one last message, an inspirational message here today. That was pretty quick. We have, my life is a mirror. I love these real synchronicities that you can't really deny, right? When they come up in a reading, I think that is so cool. It says, the people in my life are really mirrors of me. This affords me the opportunity to grow and change. A lot of growth coming up for you next year, a lot of expansion. And you're doing it with a smile on your face. Look at that. An attitude of gratitude is always important, always, always important. And I think you're going to really continue that in your new year as well. And you're doing it sincerely, right? It can't be faked. Can't be faked. I'm going to get one more message if I can. Spirit, one additional message. Okay, I'll take the first card out. I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. So hopefully this message gets out to whoever it was intended to. Thank you so much for joining me today. To all of the continuing subscribers who are the most incredibly beautiful souls, right? So make sure you guys are taking care of yourself, filling your own cup. As always, priority has to be self-care during this point in time. It's so incredibly important. So just remember, everyone, in a world and universe where you can be absolutely anything, simply be free, right? So that's it for me today. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.